fellow Toastmasters. This is Lisa Raymond, and I'm here today with my friend Colleen McNeese from our home club, Remarkable Speakers. And what we're going to show you today is how you can pay your club's dues renewals for your members online at Toastmasters.org. We want to make sure we do this before the rush of everybody that comes towards the end of the month, because we're human, we procrastinate, we get it. We want to make sure you have enough time to get it done. So once it opens, you can start getting them in, and then your club is in good standing before the rush hits at the end of the month, which happens at the end of March and at the end of September. Colleen, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, I have, as you can see, logged into Toastmasters.org. You'll see my name up here. I'm not going to click on my name. I'm going to click on Leadership Central, Club Central, and then choose the club which you're wishing. As you can see, I'm a member of 2 clubs, but we're going to go into Remarkable Speakers, and you see this Submit Payment button right here.
That's right under when they log in, right?
Correct. Under Leadership Central is right under my name, Club Central to the left. And then when you click on Club Central, it'll ask you to pick your club, which I chose Remarkable, and submit a payment. Unlike adding a brand new member on the left, submit payment is on the right. This way you can use your credit card and pay the Toastmasters International dues. I've clicked on that, and we have a person here that is ready to renew. It's Mark Delphine. And I can add him to the cart. Once I add him to the cart, let's say there's 10 members' names there.
Okay.
I only want to click that one because I don't wish to pay with his credit card for 10 additional members. You need
Darn.
to do it. Yeah, so you have to do it one at a time. Once I click his name, he dropped down into the membership cart.
Okay.
See that?
Yeah.
And then I can continue to the payment information, or I can remove this. Continuing to the payment information will let me enter his credit card number, not mine.
Not yours.
The month that it expires, the year, the name on the card, and it always has a select. You see the red stars, that's a mandatory field.
Okay.
Anytime you see a red star, it's mandatory. And I don't know why, but I just start typing United States to get US. And then his address. If I put him in before, it would give me his address information. This is mine. Since we're not really doing this, then you submit the payment.
Wow, that's super easy.
You also get an email after this that comes right to whoever entered it for that person. And they can forward the email. Let's say I entered Lisa Raymond's information.
Okay.
I could forward that email directly to her as a receipt.
Wow. And I like it doesn't ask for the CCV or whatever the 3 or 4 digits are on the back.
No, but you can see Mark's been a member before because his dues are $45. So you know
Right.
exactly what we're paying. If you have club dues, like I said, you have to provide that separately, which makes sense. We're adults. We can do that.
Right.
I am not going to submit Mark's membership at this time.
Right.
That is, and then it will ask you, I want to caution you on this. If you put in your credit card information, it'll say, do you wish to save that information?
Okay.
No, I don't want to save Lisa Raymond's information or Mark Delphine. If it's your own personal account, go ahead and save it. For myself, when I go in to submit my dues, my information's in there automatically.
I've seen that come up with Google a couple of times, or more than a couple of times if I'm paying for something. Oh, do you want Google to remember it? No.
No, please don't remember other people's account information.
Right. Good point. Now, this would work for a club that has their own club debit card like we do.
It also works if you want to put in your own, like you said, use the club information. Do you see that little button on the left?
Right.
Underneath the credit? That would do that. But most people want to pay their dues with their own personal credit card.
Right. That makes sense too. At least so we can get to do it.
Yeah, it takes out one step where if Lisa submitted a check, then I had to put it into our bank. Then I had to go back here and fill it out as our club. If you just, we sat down this year, it was really interesting. The vice president of education put her computer up, sat down, let people type in their own information, and submitted one payment, next payment, next payment. And all members that were in that meeting were renewed that day.
That's cool. And that way, as people start to get their meetings back into in person, just bring a laptop in, probably easier than a tablet, I would think, and then submit the
Yes.
payments.
Absolutely. It was slick. It had been the first year I'd seen that done, and we had our membership in so quickly. I'm gonna
Now-
edit the cart.
I imagine for the members that are not in person, you don't want to really put that stuff on Zoom or anything else, I would think.
Right. You wouldn't want to save that. But if you notice at the top, I wanted to get back here on the left, it says cancel a pending order or create a custom invoice.
Okay.
Those are new buttons. May I say new tabs?
Sure. Yeah. Tab
And-
button.
There you go. But to create a custom invoice, you can
Ah.
keep track as a officer. If you're the VP of membership, you can put in each person's name and have a record on, like when she did that day,
Mhm.
she put all the names in of the people that paid that one day and had a record for their files. That's
Very-
new. Isn't that cool?
I like that.
So-
That's great.
That was new. I just saw that absolutely, or actually a couple days ago.
Well,
And
that
so
makes
you knew I had to play with it.
right. And that makes it easier for the treasurer. So that way, if they're not there, here's what I did for you. So it's all recorded. Makes it easier for the club secretary because now it's part of the club assets and record. That's really cool. I like that.
I can't get out of it until I stop share because it's up above the tabs.
Well, that's okay. We can go back to the other tab though, but that's great. Is there anything else that you can think of that a club officer, which would be the president, well, actually any club officer can really submit payments, I would think, correct?
Yes, any club officer can submit the payments. And I heard through the grapevine that soon Toastmasters International is doing a build, and they promised it will be every person can submit their own payments. We're adults. We can do Zoom order or as Amazon orders. We can do our own payment orders.
Awesome. That would be great. 'Cause we've been looking for this for about 5, 6 years now, a little bit longer than that for some of our longer standing members. But if they could get that done, that would be fantastic. Now, the negative side to this, other than loss of a club member, which we don't want to lose any club members, if someone is late paying their dues, they can't access Basecamp, can they?
No.
Which means they
cannot.
can't access their path, which means if they're trying to get done with their Distinguished Toastmaster award or whatever award they're earning, they can't until they pay their dues.
Correct. And they cannot compete in a contest either.
Oh, that's even worse.
They got to be a member of good standing for those. Now, this cancel pending order is another new tab. I haven't pressed it, and I wonder why would we have to cancel a pending order?
Well, like we're doing the training, so we'd want to cancel the pending order. It might be because someone has to have their credit card updated. I would imagine they don't have the updated one, but it's going to be the same number, just a date change. I'm not sure. That'd be good to ask International about, but well, no pending cancellations.
We have none in our club right now, but
Perfect.
I thought maybe something happened and somebody was moved by their job. But still, you could
Okay.
transfer the membership at that point. I thought transferring your membership would be a more logical tab, but that's just me thinking out loud. You know, transferring it to a different company, when I moved from Colorado here, I was part of the Damn Good Speakers, but I joined Remarkable and they just transferred my membership.
It was so easy.
It was easy. So there could be a reason, I don't know, for the cancel. That's for somebody above me.
Well, and
Okay,
that's something
figured.
too, if any of our past leaders might know, for example, anyone that's been involved with Toastmasters and this since the beginning of them doing this online, if they want to chime in on the video in the comment section, that would help us all learn then how this works and why they would put that button in there, honestly, because that'd be good information to know.
Did you want to take this one step further on a new member payment?
Sure, why not? Let's do this.
You can always this out if you did not wish to see it, but you go back to Leadership Central,
Okay.
Club Central.
Okay.
Add a membership.
Okay.
Same data with the exception. You're putting in a dual or reinstated. That would be if a transfer or a member that was transferring, you reinstate them in a different place. Or a new member gets all the information
Oh,
of
there we go.
their name, their address. Oh, and if they have a sponsor, this little button down here, if they have a sponsor, like we did this morning, Cindy Martell sponsored our new member. And that way the member gets a free membership pin.
That's only this year. I think that's doing in
Correct.
2022. We don't know if that's going to continue on in the fall once the new leadership comes in.
Correct. That's an incentive that's out there right now. And they can
Perfect.
fill in all this information. And at the bottom, it asks, how do you want to be contacted? Via telephone, email? You can click all three if you wanted, or just one
Okay.
if you don't wish to have it. And then it says if you need assisted in your technology, such as a screen reader, that's new. That's really nice that you can check here and ask for your path to have assisted technology.
Right.
That's slick. Yeah.
That I
And
love.
then- yes, that's brand new. And then you can confirm that you completed the application and you're going to keep the hard copy on file, retained by the club, and you submit. And then their credit card information comes up, just like it did in the renewal. But it would
Awesome.
be $65. It calculates out for you if they join in a month that doesn't meet. It'll do all the calculation and figures for you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it on my fingers anymore then. That's good.
No,
I'm bad at math.
Like, 'cause I'm not a math person either. I'd rather have English.
Right.
But-
Well, this is
Yes.
great. Thank you, Colleen. I appreciate this. And I'm
Yes.
sure our members in our district and beyond are going to appreciate this too.